Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a half up down sewing look. I'm going to be using a frontal for this look. It's going to be a frontal and a sewing at the back, half up down. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going ahead to tint the lace of my frontal. I'm using an old frontal. It's a very thick lace frontal. In Nigeria, we would say jeans lace. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be using for this install. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going ahead to blow dry my model's hair. I'm going ahead to blow dry my model's hair, and after I blow dried it, I'm just going in with my hot comb just to comb it out and just make sure that it's good enough. It's good enough for what I'm trying to do. So I'm sectioning out the top part area that the frontal is going to sit on, and I'm just oiling a scalp. Always want to make sure that you don't work with dry hair. You can see her hair is a little bit dry, so I was just trying to oil her scalp so that she's just going to have a nice and moist and hydrated and well nourished under. So after I was done taking out the parts that I was going to put my frontal on in the top, so I'm going ahead to the back. Remember I said that it was going to be a sewing, so I'm just corn rolling her hair back or down at the back of the head, and yeah, to start my sewing. So I'm oiling the scalp as usual. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to make sure that I oil the scalp because the scalp is kind of really dry, and I have this really good oil for the hair. That's why I'm using on the scalp. And after I was done oiling the part of the hair that was left, I'm just trying to stitch it into the hair so that it doesn't really just be alone and just hang around. So I'm going to be using this black stocking cap today for this install because I didn't want to sew directly on her hair. I wanted something to be on top of it so that when I do my half up half down look, it was going to look nice. So I started stitching my bundles. I'm going to be using a synthetic bundle today. I mean, this is purely, I don't know if there's anything more than, if there's something less than synthetic. This is like a really yaki hair. I think it was Expression. Yeah, I think the bundle was actually Expression. So yeah, it was a really cheap hair. I think I had gotten it for 3.5 or thereabout when I got, because this is not my first time of using this bundle. Actually, I've actually used it before to do something. I think I did like a ponytail, or what we say, packing gel for her some time ago. So yeah, I just had it in the house, and I just wanted to do something else with the bundle since it still looked good. It's not bad, so I just wanted to use it some. But I mean, you people will tell me if it actually looks good or not. If this is actually what the look that it gave, because like I said, it was about 3.6 or so when I got this hair, and that's like in dollars that would be like $2, or yeah, about $2. Yeah, about $2 the hair. Yeah, so under $3 bundles that I'm using for this install. So when I was done doing that, you see, I'm just going to bring back the black cap that I use just so that I can now work with my front part hair. So I'm going in with my holding spray just to slick back the hair to the back. I just wanted it to stay as flat as possible because her hair is she's actually not carrying natural hair. It's relaxed. She usually relaxes her hair, but for this install it was due, but she wasn't ready yet to install it, to relax it. So we just made do with what we had. So what I did, I was flat ironing the edge area of the frontal so that it stays back, so that there's no hair getting in the glue and just messing my work. So the next thing that I'm doing now is I'm applying glue to the hairline where the frontal is going to sit. So some might say, oh, I was a little bit heavy-handed with the glue. It was a lot. Yes, this was done on purpose. Whenever I work with jeans lace, I rather that I have enough glue, so because the lace is usually very thick, and the material is just, I don't know, so you just need a lot of glue to hold it down. If I was working with HD lace, for example, I wouldn't have done too much on the glue. It would have been just really light, because I mean the HD lace is so thin and it's delicate, so I would have worked. I would have gone a little bit softer with the glue. So yeah, after I was done doing that, I let it dry out first. You need to dry your glue, make sure that it clears out. When I let it clear out, then I attached the frontal to the area that I put the glue. I had my model help me to hold it. You just want to make sure that you either have your model help you hold it or you have an assistant doing that. So after that, I went ahead and tied it. Think I tied the band so that it stays on. So when I was done doing that, I left it for a few minutes. You can use cold air to speed up the process. So the next thing I'm doing just now is I'm just trying to create a hairline. Like I said, it was an old frontal I just found in the house and it just needed a little bit of customization. So that's what I'm just doing right now in the video. So I'm just trying to customize her hairline, just trying to give her something natural, follow our own hairline and make sure that it looks nice and it looks well. So that's what I'm doing now. Just plucking and plucking and plucking. Nothing really serious. You just want to make sure that you just customize the frontal really nice, making sure that it looks as natural as possible, following your client's hairline. I have a video on my page showing how I pluck a frontal, the process that I take to pluck. I'm sure it's a short. I won't have it as a video on my channel. I might do an updated video to show you how I pluck. So I was done plucking the other side and now I'm moving to the other side. I was done plucking the left side. So I was moving on to the right side to get started. So you just want to make sure that you follow the same process that you did on the left side. You want to make sure that you follow the same thing on the right side and make sure that it looks identical and it's looking the same. So after I was done plucking, the next thing is to cut off the excess lace, the lace that I didn't need to be there, that was not needed. So you just need to cut it off, from what we plucked out. So we're going to have excess lace that we did not need. So I'm just gently trimming it off with my small scissors. You want to use a small scissors for this process so that you can be able to get the tiniest piece that you can, and you want to also cut in a zigzag method. I always preach this is what I always do. Now this is what the hairline looks like, guys, and we haven't even melted yet. You can still see the white lines because we've not put our lace stains and stuff. So what I'm doing first is when I was done cutting off the excess lace, there were some some areas that the glue didn't get to, that we still needed to go into. So I was just doing that here, just gently lifting up the lace to make sure that so that I can be able to apply glues to where there's no glue. You want to use a very tiny, like I use a tail comb here. You want to use something like that. Some people use needles. It really depends on what you like. I'm okay with using a tail comb. I can control it well. So yeah, I'm all right with it. So the next thing I'm doing now is, after I did that, I went ahead and tied the head down. When I was sure that everything had stayed and it stayed for a while, I used cold hair to speed up the process. Now I'm going to sculpt the hairline. Now I'm using my sculpting mousse. This is just a mousse, but it's kind of it's soft, but it's more effective than the regular mousse. I don't know how to explain it. So this is what it looked like when I was done applying that. And now I'm going in with my melting spray and just trying to make sure that it stays flat, stays where it's supposed to, and there's no lifting. This melting spray, guys, is the holy grail. That's what I use for my glueless installs too. It's so nice. It's so effective. It keeps if you use it like for the entire day, you're good. I mean, some might even take it for more than a day, 2-3 days. So yeah, I'm just like molding the hair, trying to pack the half that's supposed to be up. So you see, that's what I'm doing, molding, making sure that it's looking nice. Just using my small brush to just make sure that everything is looking nice. So when I was done doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is start sewing the bundles. Remember the bundles that we used for the back of the head, the sewing. Like I said, it's synthetic hair. It was, Darling, I think. I don't know expression. I think it was Darling, yeah. And I got it at 3,600 at the time that I bought it. 3,600 naira, Nigerian naira. It's about $2. Yeah, about under $3, under $3. And this is what I'm using for this. And this is not the first time I'm using it, like I said earlier. I'm using it. This is a reuse and it still looks not bad. It looks okay. So yes, guys, I'm just sewing it to my half up area to make it look nice. So if you've watched up until this moment, guys, and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I don't know how else I'm gonna tell you, if I'm gonna beg or I'm gonna kneel down. I don't know, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Help my page, help me grow. Subscribe to my channel, like my videos, drop a comment, send this video to, most importantly, guys, most importantly, send my videos, send it to somebody that you think that is struggling with something, like somebody, it doesn't even have to be that they're struggling. It might be somebody who just enjoys doing their own hair. Just send this video to them. They might be interested. Let them watch it and learn something. So yeah, after I was done sewing that, I've done the up part. I'm just gently using my blade to just cut off the black cap, the excess that was covering the hair. I bet you didn't think I was going to leave it, guys. Of course I was going to take it off. Now I've cut it off and I'm just brushing the upper part of the hair onto, oh my goodness, guys. Who would have thought that this hair I bought for 3,600 naira? So yeah, when I was done doing that, I came to the front and I'm just removing the band that I've applied in the front to reveal the hairline. I'm just taking that off now. And oh, guys, can you see that? Can you see it's melted? It's, I don't know. I don't know what other word to use for melted. Like, this is not going anywhere. Like, this is melted. This is beautiful. So I'm just using my plucking tool to remove the hair that is just in her face, just make sure that everything looks nice. And this is what it looks like. Oh, my camera wasn't doing justice to what this hair looked like. This hair was beautiful. It was solid. It was a 10 out of 10, and this install was flawless. All right, guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching it, and I hope that you learned not even just the thing. I'm sure you learned a lot from this video. So guys, until my next video, I'm going to be coming in. I'm not sure what my next video will be about, but yeah, I'm sure I'm going to come up with something that I'm going to record and show you guys how I did it and how you can also do it. Thank you for always tuning into my channel and watching my videos and learning. I do not take it for granted, and I also love to do this every time. It makes me really happy that somebody out there is learning from this. All right, guys, bye.